Not every laptop is worth your money. Some are just overpriced garbage, while some are just marketing props. But what about the Asus Strix G16? Is it really any good or is it all hype? Today I've got my hands on one and we are going to find out. Hey Earthlings, welcome to another YouTube video. To begin, here are the specifications of the G16 and here is how much it costs brand new. This particular unit is used, but in a very clean condition, which I got from the United States. Unfortunately, during shipping, it encountered some little damage to the lid, which at first made me debate even making this review at all. However, I won't let that get in the way of me putting out videos for my amazing little community. You also can join our little community by hitting the subscribe button. Hopefully, soon enough, the channel will be able to get its own brand new laptops that will not get damaged in shipping. Please don't forget to leave a like on the video and do not forget to share with others. Me too, I've actually liked knowing what you feel like to go viral. But back to the review. The G16 I have here with me is the Eclipse Grey version, which looks fantastic and is the most popular color in the Strix lineup. The design on the G16 is very similar to that on the G15, although slightly bigger with its 16-inch screen and having a few design updates. The Strix series have always been known for their sleek designs and super bright RGBs, and this G16 does not disappoint either. The keyboard and the light bar both feature customizable RGB, which both can be controlled via the Asus Armory crates. But sadly, Asus decided to ditch the glowing logo for just an ordinary logo on the G16. This laptop is made of plastic but feels really rigid and very well built, although fingerprints may be a problem due to the choice of material. The G16 has razor-thin bezels housing a 720p webcam. It also has a slight lip at the top, making it easier to open with one hand. The hinges feel pretty smooth and I found it to be perfectly tuned. The keyboard on it feels pretty clicky and also has some really nice key travels. It also comes with individually lit RGB, which looks quite vibrant, sometimes to the point of looking like candies. The layout on it can easily be gotten used to, and I personally found it quite comfortable to type on. However, can someone explain what these are? Asus? Anybody? Overall, I'd say the keyboard is really solid. If you're into gaming or just typing regular documents, you would have a very good experience with it, although it might take some getting used to. The trackpad here is made of glass, and you get really good precision and accuracy on it. Clicking and swiping felt very snappy. However, if that isn't enough to impress you, remember the keyboard had no numpad? Well, fear not, as Asus cleverly designed the numpad into the trackpad. And the best part is that both the numpad mode and the trackpad mode works super well individually. No, you cannot use both simultaneously. You either have to toggle on the numpad mode or the trackpad mode. And you can simply do that by pressing down the num LK button that is located on the trackpad. I'm not gonna lie though, Asus cooked on this
Let
one.
him cook!
The Strix G16 comes with two display options, a Quad HD plus 240Hz option and a Full HD plus 165Hz option. The unit I have here with me is the Full HD plus 165Hz option, which covers 100% of the sRGB color gamut and 73% of the Adobe RGB, with a claimed brightness of up to 500 nits. To me, the screen looked really vibrant and I was genuinely shocked at how good it looked. It is also quite sharp and fast with a refresh rate of 165Hz. Making it ideal for gaming, as it allows you to see every frame being pushed out by the RTX 4070. However, if you want an even faster and sharper display, you can opt for the QHD plus 240Hz model, which I heard looks even better than the 165Hz model. But honestly for me, I think this 165Hz model is just perfect. Biwa. Overall, I'll say this display is one of the laptop's strongest points, and its slim bezels make it feel even more immersive and visually attractive. If you're a gamer coming from an older laptop, I can almost assure you any game you put on this would look instantly X2 better. Yes, I know it's not mini LED or OLED, but trust me bro. And it is so good that I can recommend this to anybody who is into any type of color reproduction work. You can pick this up and it will look fantastic. Moving on, let's talk about the ports on this laptop. Honestly, this was a bit disappointing for me. On the left side, you have your power connector, 2.5 gigabits per second Ethernet port, your HDMI 2.1, and two USB Type-C ports, one USB 3.2 Gen 2 with power delivery, and the other a Thunderbolt 4 port, both supporting display outputs. You also have a audio combo jack for your headphones and your microphones. On the right side, you have two USB 3.2 Type A ports, and that is all. Asus removed every single port from the back to allow for more airflow. Personally, I don't really like this choice, as I like my ports being on the back of the laptop, keeping things pretty tidy and out of the way. But yeah, this is what we have to work with. There is also a port missing on this laptop, and let me see if you guys can guess it. Pause the video right now and leave your guesses in the comments. Welcome back. If your guess was the SD card port, then you're absolutely correct. Funny story, when I first got this laptop, I searched and turned and twisted, even borrowed multiple torchlights to try to find the port. Cause I was like, there is no way Asus didn't include this port, right? They didn't. At some point I was even like, I've been on my eye, they pay me. Asus, there's literally space on the right side. You could have included it if you wanted. Why didn't you? Unfortunately, this single omission might be a problem for those whose workflow include SD cards. Could even be a deal breaker for some. Quite a pity. Now let's move on to something that isn't a pity. Performance. This laptop is beefed up with the RTX 4070 and an i7 13th gen, and here is how that translates into FPS in games.
I'll be ship-shape in no time.
Get ready to do some damage. Force burst.
Charge my shield.
As you can see, it handles games incredibly well. And from what I tested, it also handles things like 3D rendering or video editing pretty seamlessly. I mean, when I was testing, this laptop was so nice in games that I played Apex for about an hour, 2 hours, for something that was meant to be just 10 to 20 minutes. I even played so much that I ended up joining Citro and Bromo, and I played some matches with them. Even after a long session of gaming, this laptop never got too hot to the touch. Here are some of the temperature readings I got after gaming for a couple of sessions. I feel like the thermal system that Asus included in this laptop is more than capable to keep the temperature under control. Now let's move on to the noise level it produces while trying to keep those temperatures under check while you're gaming heavily. On silent, you barely hear any fan noise, although you get the lowest performance the system can give. On performance, you hear a moderate fan noise and you get one of the highest performances that you can get. While on turbo, you get 100% of the fan noise and you also get 100% of the performance that the system can give without overclocking. Now let's move on to testing the speakers.
247 me a day, you know strong, make you differ day, Mumbo no me day, can't do,
I would say the speakers are pretty average and they lack bass. So if you plan to enjoy media consumption with this device, you definitely need to pick up a pair of headphones or external speakers. The battery life on this laptop is a bit decent. I mean, you'd get around 5 hours of battery life with your GPU turned off in the armory crate. But with your GPU on, you get even shorter battery life. We're talking 2 to 3 hours. So if you're looking for a system that can go all day, this is definitely not for you. In terms of upgradability, my G16 comes with 2 SSD slots, one already populated with 1TB NVMe SSD stick, and the other being empty in case you want to upgrade down the line. It also comes with dual DDR5 RAM slots, which are already populated with 2 sticks of RAM. Overall, I'll say the Asus Strix G16 is a powerful laptop with an amazing display, really good build quality, solid trackpad, and a great keyboard. However, the lack of an SD card might be a huge deal breaker for some, especially creators who rely on one and do not want to buy a dongle. But yeah, I know this laptop is targeted more towards gamers, but it wouldn't cost much to add an SD card slot, so please Asus, we are begging, give us an SD card slot. Also, the speakers are mid at best, which are quite disappointing. Aside from those issues, this laptop is an all-round solid laptop, and I definitely recommend it if you can fully take advantage of the powerful components that it houses, and if it fits your budget. If you're in Nigeria looking to buy this laptop, or any laptop at all, be it new or used, send me a mail as I sell them all. Don't forget to like, share, and comment for more tech videos. Peace out, guys. There with this laptop is more than enough to... I feel like you barely get any noise, although you get... Hey. Is enough to keep its beefy... Is enough to keep its beefy components temperatures under check.